Hi everyone, I'm Matilda. Welcome back to our channel on empowering women. And today we have a special guest with us, and that's none other than Hazel. So, Hazel is a Filipino living in Singapore, and she is working as a teacher here. Let's hear from her what's her journey like in Singapore.
Thank you so much, Matilda, for having me here in your show, in your program. And basically, I'm just really one of the ladies who come from the Philippines here. At first, I really didn't know why I wanted to be here. I just wanted to travel. But one thing that really made me enjoy Singapore is that every day I feel like I'm traveling. Like there's a lot of beautiful places, a lot of different people. The diversity just draws me to stay here. So I was just here to look for a job. And thankfully, I got a job here, and I've been here for almost 7 years.
Wow, I'm very surprised to hear that. There are so many Singaporeans who are always complaining that Singapore is so small, there's nowhere to go in Singapore. And here we have a foreigner telling us that there are so many things to do in Singapore. So I'm sure you have no lack of places to visit during the lockdown.
Yeah, I really miss the convenience and the comfort, the peace. That every time I travel, I'm safe and everything's so convenient, especially the transportation as compared to the Philippines. But I know that here, I feel home maybe because of the people that I'm with. I'm always with the right people. I have very positive people around me, and that's one of you. You are one of
Thank
them.
you.
You're one of them. So that draws me out from that feeling of being homesick,
Mm.
especially during the lockdown. So yeah, even if there are rumors that maybe we will have to stay in Singapore again throughout the whole year, I am okay with it because there's always a perfect time for everything.
Wow, that's nice to hear. But when you were new in Singapore, when you first arrived here, did you have any cultural shock that took you some time to get adjusted to? And what surprises you most here?
Well, actually, when I came here, I was with a foreign employer. He's an American who came to Singapore, but I was so shocked with how he was as an employer. I didn't know that there's a lot of sarcasm actually. I mean for me because I was new here, I felt that what I needed was something that can be very easy for me to understand. But because he spoke in a certain way that I have to be guessing what he is saying, so I kept on making mistakes.
Right.
So actually in the Philippines, I'm a very confident person. I always got things my way. I always got promoted. I'm like the ace of the company. But when I started working here, it was really hard for me to get my boss to approve of me. So when I finished that short employment,
Mm.
I really lost my confidence. I was traumatized actually. I really had a hard time, even in my second job where I'm still with the company that I'm still with. I felt at the beginning that something was missing in me, that I didn't have enough confidence and I was a different person already. So, yeah, it was just because of that bad experience with my first employer here.
So, did that teach you some humility in life?
It really taught me that even if I've been dealing with foreigners all my life, because I used to teach Korean, Japanese, and Chinese back in the Philippines, I taught English to them. But when I came here, I was in a different environment, because I used to teach people who came to my country, but now I'm the new person. At that time, I was a new person in the country. So it was hard for me to adapt and to adjust to the working conditions or how to deal with the bosses here. But after 4 years, 4 long years, I was able to finally find out that there's a reason for me to pull through because I guess I always got things easy. I always got things fast in the Philippines because it was so natural, so normal for me. But now I'm in a totally different environment with a lot of different people, and I have to change myself so that I can be strong enough and to be empowered enough to face the challenges and to be victorious. Yeah, because I cannot give up. I'm here and I decided to be here and I love being here in Singapore. So if I didn't wait for my victory to come, then I will just be a victim. I will just be traumatized. I will just be
Yeah.
keep on losing my confidence. Yeah. So because I waited for the perfect time for me to be raised up from my brokenness to my victory, as like finding my mission. Now I know what exactly what I want to do. I have a stronger sense of understanding about the people around me. I have deep compassion to people. So yeah, it's all because I waited for the perfect time. So
Wow. Thank you
yeah,
for
so
your
if there's
sharing.
something that I wanna, if there's something that I can share to those who wants to start something new, it's basically to not give up and always wait for the perfect time. I mean, it's not like waiting just doing nothing, but be open and be ready to accept the new learnings, because
Mhm.
at first I just didn't like my boss, and I just couldn't understand him. But while I went through my day-to-day lives and after years passed, I realized that those experiences were important for me to be able to, to really treasure and to give more importance of myself, especially as a woman, because I live here alone, and I didn't have my family with me, and I didn't have my friends to physically be with me. There are many friends who came my way, and I think that if I closed my doors, I would have lost my chance to meet awesome people.
Wow. If you could have turned back the clock, is there something that you could have done differently?
I would have just been open to meeting more people, in terms of, because when I was new here in Singapore, if I knew somebody was selling something or sharing something like insurance or selling some products or anything, I would say no, because at first I was still saving up money and I just wanted to travel, or I just didn't want any investments. But if I had could change a turn back time, I should have been more open,
Mm.
and I could have said yes to the things that I love and no to the things that I really didn't love. Because sometimes I just say yes even if I mean no, but say
Mm.
no even if I mean yes. Yeah, because for me, now in my journey, I believe that essential oils has helped me a lot, because even if I'm now in a new employer, the challenges are still there, especially because I'm a childcare teacher. I always shared to you, Matilda, how painful my body would get every day, and sometimes my voice would suffer. I would ask you for advice as well, how to take care of my voice. I mean, it's so hard, but because of nature, okay, because of the natural products that we have, I really am joyful. I should say I have restored my strength faster. Yeah, because before I always take medicine, I take lozenges from the counter, I just drink anything that can make me feel better. But now, because I am with nature, as you can see, there's a flower behind me.
Yeah,
Actually, a
very
painting I
pretty.
painted yesterday. Yeah, so I'm like, this actually gives me a lot of joy, because there are different ways. I should have met people like you who care for me, and shared about this knowledge, because before I was really close minded. If I had known about you, and maybe if I was open to these kinds of learnings earlier on, I would have skipped a lot of difficulties, or I had a lot of down moments in my life, especially being away from my best friends and my family. Yeah, so yeah, now especially, I'm very joyful. I'm very happy that there's always a solution for everything. Yeah, and nature gives us the solution for that.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, we do need some additional tools, aids, and support sometimes, to help us get through life. So that's why I set up this channel so that more women can share their experiences. And maybe there is someone out there who watches this video and who is experiencing the same thing. And there is someone out there who is also going through the same journey or something similar. She will feel inspired, motivated, and empowered. And no one should feel alone. And every woman should know that at the end of every struggle that they're going through now, at the end of every tunnel, there is always a rainbow.
That's right. And even if we're not yet at the end of the tunnel, we know that this process of going there, of reaching the tunnel, is also a very beautiful moment that we need to savor. So that's also what I say like every day to myself. Like even if it's so hard, it will get better and it will get better. And if it's not yet better, it's not yet the end.
So, Hazel, what is your biggest wish for women all around the world?
Well, I wish and I hope and actually I claim and I know that we will all be victorious in every day that we live here in this world. I just wish you all to always be joyful, to live your life to the fullest, and also to be loved. Okay, to love yourself and to love others. Okay, because most of us women always forget to love ourselves, but it's very important for us to give that love first because this is the only thing that will seed drop some seeds of love, more love, so that we can give more. So if you're a woman right now who's watching this, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you.
Thank you so much for your message. I love you too. And thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. So, if you like this video, do smash the like button, click the subscribe button below, and the notification bell so that you will be notified of future videos. And if you are a foreigner living and working overseas like Hazel, do drop us a comment below and share with us what's your experience like.